Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Sports Factory Podcast. Today, got some new people here. Got my man Lewis. I got Harrison here. And hey, Lewis, diehard Cowboy fan, and Harrison, show off the Browns, man. Show off that team, bro.
This the old Colt McCoy Reebok jersey, bro. I've had this since I was 11.
Colt McCoy. Why haven't I heard that name in so long, bro? Colt McCoy. There's so much to talk about in the sports world. I'm a Texan fan. We got two Cowboy fans here, and we got a Cleveland Browns fan. Now, what I'm going to start with? Because the Cowboys played 49ers. We could dive deeper into that. But first, before I talk about that, I want the Cleveland Browns fan perspective. You facing the 49ers this week coming up, right? I don't know if it's in San Francisco or Cleveland, but do you think you about to die like they did? Can you survive? Because you just saw what they did to Dallas.
We're going to lose.
What do you think? Okay, but
So the issue that we have is the only reason that teams respected us to begin the year, our offense, was Nick Chubb. They had to respect the run. As soon as Nick Chubb is gone, they know that they can just drop back, and Deshaun Watson's not getting massages anymore, so he's not any good. Like,
are y'all? Is that at home or is that in San Francisco? What is that? Is that at home?
I think it's in San Fran.
Good God, somebody help them. That's terrible. Why I ain't never seen? Is it really? Oh no, you at home. You in Cleveland. Oh, you in Cleveland.
We still losing. I have no faith. I have no faith right now in this team. I think we should just be mentoring our nice little rookie behind Deshaun Watson. Terrible trade. Should have never done it.
You don't believe in Deshaun Watson?
I don't believe.
Oh, you don't?
Not one bit.
Oh.
So wait, okay, because me, I'm a Texan fan, so technically I'm rooting for y'all to lose because you have a pick, you have our pick. Like I have your pick, so I'm trying to get like good players in the draft. So I want y'all to consistently lose. You know what I'm saying? And that's
You're welcome for the pick.
Thank you for that. Though. I did not expect any team to do that. I am thankful. Cleveland. I'll tell you something about Cleveland, man. We make a lot of trades with each other. We're like partners essentially, right? Because when we need to get rid of Brock Osweiler, we trade him to you, right? We gave you second round pick. There you go. We need to get Deshaun Watson. Originally, we traded up with you to get Deshaun Watson. Then we need to get rid of Deshaun Watson. We trade Deshaun Watson to you. You see what I'm saying? So it's just you and me, bro. So I respect that. I like Cleveland for that.
There is no team in the NFL that is worse at developing a quarterback than the Cleveland Browns. No team.
Maybe the Jets.
Maybe the Jets. The Jets. But at the same time, the Jets has not run through 25 different quarterbacks.
Yeah, they didn't went through quite a few, so I don't know about that.
But I mean, Cleveland got worse. They got a worse plot than New York Jets. They definitely are the worst plot of all time. Like your team has the worst plot in the history of America.
At least New York Jets get to play in New York. We got to play in dusty old Cleveland. Like, this team, I can't get behind this team one bit. The second Nick Chubb went down, the only thing you can get behind is that Myles Garrett is just a phenomenal player. But you can't win with just one good D end. You need.
J.J. Watt almost tried. We almost J.J. Watt.
What team
almost.
On? He not on the Browns?
He on Baltimore.
Yeah, he left last year.
He wore number 24. It's disgusting.
I think you should have a little faith. I think you should have a little faith. I mean, it's not lost for the Browns.
Now,
the Browns division, who the Bengals, the Steelers, and the Ravens, and then the only real contender right now is we can say is the Ravens because we don't know when the Bengals going to get on track because he's still injured and he's going to be injured the entire time. He's not going to get any better.
Yeah, so I see that. I'll have faith once Kareem Hunt gets back into the system. So once Kareem Hunt starts being in probably 2-3 weeks of practice being back into the system, I'll start having faith then if they start feeding him the ball instead of Jerome Ford. Nothing against Jerome Ford, but he's no Nick Chubb. So he can't run the same kind of plays.
And then y'all have the number one defense for a while.
For like 2 weeks.
But isn't Myles Garrett
it's going down now.
Statistically.
They face San Francisco. It's going down. That San Francisco offense is. Boy,
I think it'll be a more competitive game.
And no, it's
it may be a more competitive game.
I don't think CMC. I don't think CMC is going to run all over us, just like CMC didn't really run all over the Cowboys. I think it's going to come down to if our safeties and our linebackers can actually cover the middle. If they can manage that, then we'll be fine. But I mean,
is Deshaun playing? Is Deshaun playing this game?
He better play. he was cleared. He was cleared to play, and the fact that Stefanski came out and was like, "Yeah, he was cleared to play by the doctors and everybody," and he just said, "No, I'm not feeling it." Nah, I'm not.
Oh man, for real.
I don't.
Oh, we got that Kawhi Leonard
I wouldn't
type
feel it this week either.
He better play
stay today. If he doesn't play, you gonna lose all respect for him. If he doesn't play, you gonna lose all respect. I mean, you probably don't respect him.
I lost respect once the massages came out, but I still wanted to win football games.
What would it take for you to like Deshaun Watson? I'm curious.
If he won me a Super Bowl.
You gotta go. The highest of the high. You got if he makes you the AFC Championship. Yeah. If he takes the AFC Championship game, would you?
I'd be like, yeah, you're all right. Still kind of messed up with all those massages, but
yeah, I mean,
the AFC is hard. Like,
yeah, I mean,
that's still very high reach. Like, that's. I think he.
Yeah, but I mean, we're paying him that money.
A wild card spot.
Yeah,
you thinking?
I mean, we're paying him what, $45 million guaranteed a year.
It's $230 million guaranteed total. I'm like, man, I ain't never seen nobody get all that money. Every bit of their money guaranteed. Y'all believe in him.
That's why the goal's high. He's getting paid like he should be doing that, you know?
Well, he getting paid like Mahomes would be paid type of thing. Like that's hey. I wouldn't pay him that. Like even when he was playing good for me, I wouldn't pay him $230 million. But hey, I'm happy to do business with you though. I'll tell you that. I am happy to do business with you. So what is your realistic aspect of this team? Like are you thinking you're gonna make a wild card spot? I
think we'll make a wild card spot. I think depending on who we play, it's 50-50 we get through. If we do get through, it's gonna be on our defense. And like I said, if Kareem Hunt can get back into the system with Stefanski and play like he did last year and the year before, I think people have to start respecting our run game more, which opens it up for over the top with Amari Cooper. And I mean, they're like our receiving core is great. Our receiving core is just like it's a sleeper receiving core. Like it's receivers that should have been big things on other teams but couldn't make it. But now the way that we're using them in the runs and the sweeps, they're doing good. But it's just Deshaun just is holding on to the ball too long.
Oh man, he has rookie mistakes. Continue.
He's holding on to the ball too long, and he doesn't have the scramble ability that he had in Houston. He just can't scramble like he did.
He like Russ.
Oh, he regressed.
Yeah, Broncos country. Let's ride. Yeah.
So if I traded you CJ for Deshaun, would you take it? Obviously, that'd be ridiculous.
CJ Stroud.
Would you do that?
Yeah, in a second.
Well, yeah, he more holier than Deshaun. Funny thing about my guy CJ. We lost. Everybody here lost. Well, the Cleveland didn't lose. Y'all took a week off. Did y'all lose the game before? Did y'all lose before y'all bye? Oh, you faced Baltimore. You did lose. Yeah, you did lose.
We got
they had the
handed.
rookie, right?
Yeah,
DTR.
Deshaun didn't play.
Yeah,
the rookie started from I think it's UCLA.
Yeah, I bet on the Browns. 4 points. That's all I needed. It's parlay.
Funny thing, like on my game, did y'all know Desmond Ridder has not lost a home game? Did you know that? He's undefeated at home. I didn't know this. I didn't know, bro. The Falcons, bro. I didn't. That was hard, boy. That was a hard game. That game was really hard.
They playing most of their division, though. That's the thing. I think they've been playing most of their division. Right?
Yeah, I mean, they
beat the Packers.
Yeah, they beat the Packers. They beat.
Oh.
They beat. He's 5-0 like all time. Wins. He's 5-0 all time at home. And I know that was a game if it was in Houston, we would have won that game. And I was so pissed because CJ had that clutch touchdown. I was like hyped, like, oh my gosh, I found plot. I got my guy, no more Deshaun. I got CJ right. But boy, I lost the same way I lost to the Saints. Them boys playing off, and Desmond Ridder, I knew it. That's
I don't think that's the same.
Okay, it's a little different, but still
that wasn't the same.
But you know what pissed me off though? This is what pissed me off. See, Jimmy Ward, he was talking trash, saying that let them pass the ball, right? Because he think he in San Francisco or something, like he got that San Francisco swag, but we not San Francisco. This is Houston, right? It don't work the same way. Desmond Ridder, I know that's the most passing yards he's ever had in his career. There's no way he's thrown for more yards than that in his career. That man looked amazing against us. Now, I know my corners were hurt as well, but even with that being said, Jimmy Ward didn't look good in that game. You should not. Nah, that was tough. I knew why he say that. They run game didn't do all that. It was Desmond Ridder. He's supposed to get benched. This man went off on me, bro. That's ridiculous, bro. I was proud. That was a game that like it looked good. We were competitive. I just hated how it ended because like, why is he the guy to kill me? It should have been like Robinson, right? Should have been a run game that killed me, right? That was annoying. That was a very annoying loss for sure.
But I don't know though, because when it's time to lock in, he kind of
I'm proud of y'all though.
I watched the game against the Packers as well, and he, came back. They won the same way. Like he came back and won. I remember the Packers were up by like 2 touchdowns or something. So when the game on the line, he locked in. So
he locked in.
I also think
you don't gotta feel too bad.
I think he's consistent. And that plays a huge part in being a starting quarterback in the NFL is just having consistency.
But he'd be like 10 for 20. He'd be having them stats after you be looking. He'd be like 10 for 20, 90 yards or something. I'd be like, yo, I expected I was gonna be feasting on that, but that man had 300 yards passing on me, bro.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's just the fact that like they designed the plays that they actually pass on, like to guarantee he can get it to the receivers with like very little chance of a pick. Like if you watch, Kyle Pitts is always open. Drake London's always got a shot. They
don't give him
designed
the ball.
He don't give him the ball because Bijan Robinson and Tyler Algier normally carry the game for him. But they can see the fact is like they trust him in those situations where Bijan and Tyler can't run this. You need to be able to pass it. He's able to step up, which is actually insane to me because everybody writes him off. Because all I hear is that they're going to try to trade for Kirk Cousins and Justin Jefferson. That's all I hear all the time.
That wouldn't be that. Well, I guess. I don't know.
I mean,
who they played last week?
I don't believe he's that good.
They lost it.
Yeah.
Who, Ridder?
There was
I don't think he's great. I think
because I know last week he had a horrible game.
He faced Jacksonville, but it was in London, and maybe it's like it's not in Atlanta, right? So, but when they in Atlanta, when that pass defense is good too, bro. That's a good pass defense, bro. Look out for that
jet lag and all of that.
Yeah, so that's why Buffalo also lost too. Buffalo lost to Jacksonville. That's because of like that jet lag. Jacksonville just been in London for 2 weeks. No, they've been in London for 2 weeks, right? Jacksonville just sitting.
They signed a contract.
They back-to-back weeks playing in London.
They signed a contract. Yeah, I heard that they signed a contract. Like they
got the Toy Story games,
one
bro.
Game here every year. Yeah, he said he's trying to build a fan base in London.
The NFL wild for that.
With Jacksonville, with Trevor Lawrence.
They're talking about a division in London. They're talking about doing four teams in Europe. I think 2 in Germany and 2 in the UK.
Are you talking about they face each other and they stay there, or they come and fly here?
Yeah, that's their division, and they'll fly here for certain games.
Yo, people, they gonna be. No, that's a home field advantage, bro.
That's gonna be a lot.
That's home, bro. Flying all the way over there for a game, bro. That's home field advantage, bro. They get to stay there. Nah, I don't know. Crazy. That's a lot.
Do y'all care if I crack a drink open? Am I allowed to drink on here?
Nah, you good, bro. You good. I've had people smoke on here. You good. But yeah, so my game frustrating. But I'm gonna ask y'all this. Just curious. Did y'all expect the Texans to be a relatively competitive team this year?
Yes.
I didn't expect your division to be competitive at all.
Yeah, I didn't expect your division to go how it's supposed to go. No, I expected your division. I expected Jacksonville to control y'all division and
dominate,
run away with it. Yeah. I don't know why they haven't did that.
I thought it was going to be a sweep.
I did too, but I thought it was going to be competitive with because I loved y'all draft. I did. It was actually very good. I'm proud of y'all this year. Y'all, and I was a believer in D'Amico Ryan because he was the reason why the defense for 49ers last year was so scary. He was. And that mentality, they're bringing it to Houston. That's why you got, what's the name, having confidence and talking up. I just don't want y'all to make the same mistake New York did. The Giants. Do not get a year ahead because they won too early. They feasted on a bad schedule and they won too early. And now when they went to the offseason, this previous offseason, they didn't make any key moves to actually get better because they thought they were better than what they were. And now we're seeing this year, we've been telling them, they made all the wrong decisions. They paid Daniel Jones. They didn't pay, it took them too long to pay Saquon when we obviously knew he was the reason why they were a run heavy team and they took the ball out of Daniel Jones' hands.
They didn't even pay him.
Because they they didn't even pay him.
Why aren't you paying your greatest player?
Hey, if I'm him, I'm happy they didn't pay me.
And I just hate this
I'm
narrative.
somewhere else next year. I'm out here.
If they get
I feel like
person.
the Texans would be pretty competitive.
Oh wait, John, why do you think the Texans would be competitive?
I mean, y'all made a lot of good the draft picks were good, but y'all also had a lot of free agents that y'all picked up, like the tight end who played for the Cowboys.
Yeah, Donald Schultz,
who should have had the game-winning touchdown.
I was hoping, man.
But and then I can't remember who else y'all picked up on defense, but y'all picked up a lot of key players, and I'm like, okay, I can see some. And then to me, head coaches, it's just that's so important because even with the Giants last year, they may have an easy schedule, but even when they brought in, their coach, their whole organization changed. Even Daniel Jones was still looking decent last year. So I just figured when you bring in a head coach like that, the whole organization, like CJ Stroud was saying, we're not gonna get used to losing home games. Whatever he was saying something like that. So I could see that it was a shift happening. And then the Texans, they ain't always been a bad team. It's just
last 3 years.
Y'all lost your QB. You got another QB and time to rebuild. But I saw y'all being competitive at the least.
I think the best move the Texans made in the draft wasn't even CJ Stroud.
Oh, tell me.
The best move the Texans made in the draft was listening to CJ Stroud, and when he asked for Tank Dell.
Yeah. Okay.
So actually listening to your player, which wasn't happening before. I mean, look what you got for DeAndre Hopkins.
I don't remember
listening to your players, your starting players, is gonna help you when it comes to the draft and who you need to pick up in free agency. Hey, I connect with this guy. We got good chemistry. Draft him. What is happening now? They're reaping the rewards already of what could be just seasons of amazing production. I mean, CJ Stroud is looking like he's been in the league 3 years already. He looked like he took the 3-year jump, and he's a rookie. So, I mean, I didn't think y'all were going to be competitive at first. I didn't think the division in general was going to be competitive because, I mean, the Colts and Anthony Richardson is also just insane.
Yeah, injury prone, but he really good.
He's injury prone, I will say that. But he as a player and as a person, just as someone in the locker room.
And he rap.
I'll get him on a song.
Yo, I'll tell you. Let me tell you something. So, C.J. Stroud and Anthony Richardson, they killing it, right? Carolina, they picked Bryce Young, right? Now, their head coach, Frank Reich, he was telling the media, whatever, he was like, he has meetings with the owner, and the owner, it makes him better. Obviously it's not fun having these meetings with the owner, but, it makes him better. The big thing that was going around is that, Frank Reich wanted C.J. Stroud and the owner wanted Bryce Young. Now, that's true. So, hey, look, we got 2 Cowboy fans here. You have someone who is known for being in everybody's business, your owner, right? What do you tell Carolina Panther fans who are obviously going through it right now? Because if that's true, then literally the owner is the reason why, right? What do you tell them to console them through having an owner always in your business? What do you tell Carolina Panther fans? Because, yeah, that's tough. What would you say?
I mean,
you
just lost. That's it. You just lost on you gambled and you lost. That's it. I don't think because obviously hindsight would say it was a bad decision, But pre-draft, it was 50-50. It was like a toss-up. In fact, Bryce Young was the favorite. So if you went with the favorite, that's not bad. The reverse to that is if you would have chose CJ, and let's say CJ's struggling like Bryce is, and then, Bryce is over there in Houston and he's killing it, then, it would be the same case. Like, damn, we should have chose him. So I think, just give him some time. It's only been, 5 games? He played, like 4 games? So it's way too early to give up on him. Give him another year or so and, you got rid of all your receivers. You got rid of your best receiver, and look what he's doing in Chicago. So
yeah,
you gotta help your players.
I couldn't agree more. I think Bryce Young overall is gonna work.
Oh, you believe in him, huh? Long term, you gotta give him some time. You gotta give some.
Yeah, they don't have the same problem as we do. Me,
okay.
Jerry has an ego. He has a big ego. Like that's his problem. You look at our Ring of Honor, we still ain't put the best coach in our franchise in the Ring of Honor yet because of ego. I don't think they have that problem.
Oh yeah.
As far as Bryce Young, yeah, like we still ain't because of ego. As far as Bryce Young, I think this is a lesson to all those them teams that be trying to tank. And I don't know if you talked to Caleb Williams because he's talking about like. He may go back to school if he don't even like the situation of the first overall pick. Which would be tough. I think that's important for teams that's tanking. Y'all need to have some type of foundation before you pick your franchise quarterback. You can't just go like get the quarterback and then like okay we're gonna get Adam Thielen year 10 Adam Thielen and hope he can be a number 1 receiver.
20.
He's throwing old ass Adam Thielen.
Cap, he been balling though, especially on fantasy.
We're gonna trade away our best running back ever in our franchise, and we're gonna draft a quarterback. I mean, they just didn't have the foundation correct around him, and y'all, it's gonna take time. I mean, you better hurry up and do it while he's on that rookie deal. I just ask for experience, because when he gets that money, or if y'all decide to pay him, that's when it's really going.
I
think drafting your franchise quarterback in a year that you're making a system change is just a huge mistake overall. Like if you have to send him in as a rookie, because I mean look at how KC did it. KC did it with Alex Smith. Alex Smith played the whole year with Patrick Mahomes right behind him, and he knew, he was like, okay, we're playing. Like, do whatever we can to make Super Bowl. Obviously, they didn't make it with Alex Smith, but it was the fact that they didn't throw Patrick Mahomes into it. Because, like, if you look at that rookie year spring training from Patrick Mahomes, the boy was throwing interceptions left and right. Like, all he was doing was throwing picks in practice. And then all he needed, like, sometimes you just need to sit and actually learn from an actual quarter, like, Alex Smith, a journeyman quarterback, or like a Josh McCown, stuff like that. Whenever they come in, you can't just throw them to the wolves because it's, like you said, it's a 50-50. You throw them to the wolves, you never know what's going to happen. They can either come out, and if they come out, that's great, but do you really want to take that risk? No, I wouldn't take that risk.
So for like a guy like Jordan Love, who's been sitting behind 3 years, I know he had these bad last 2 games. Like if he struggles, would that kind of hurt that argument, or would that still support it? I don't know.
No, I think it still supports it because I don't think Jordan Love had the talent that Bryce Young or CJ Stroud has, like, coming into the league. You know, so like he was a midway guy. He was like, you know what, you're fine as a backup. And now they're trying to roll with him. And I mean, the Packers don't even get their first round pick from the Jets. So the Jets made out on that deal. So I mean, it's just I think what the Packers were trying to do. They thought even with Rodgers, the Jets weren't going to be that great. We're going to get a high first-round pick. This is probably the best QB class ever, like at least in the past 15 years coming into the draft, where like you have options at different positions.
You gonna say Lewis?
I thought they get the pick. They get the pick for the Rodgers trade.
Because he didn't play 80%.
He has to play a certain amount of games, yeah. So they keep. Hey,
yeah, I thought that was for
the
Jets.
just trying to be too smart.
No, I thought that was the Jets. Like they had to have him pay.
No, so Aaron Rodgers gets paid no matter what by the Jets. And then so the first round pick was conditional that was sent to Green Bay, and the condition was that he had to play 80% of the snaps.
Yeah, he played 1%. He didn't even play 1%.
He didn't even make it through that ACL rupture.
0.5.
It was KD. It was KD on the field.
That is tough. I'm gonna
I
tell
feel bad. I remember watching that live. Yeah.
Oh yeah, boy. Hey, I watched it with one of my friends. He a Jets fan. It was hilarious to see in person because that just tell you how bad the plot the Jets have. Right? But like, I'm gonna tell you, two people ain't here on this, right? It's Maurice and Jared. And Jared ain't been here for a while. Jared a Denver fan, Maurice a Jets fan, right? Now, Denver to me has been the funniest team in the league the last 2 seasons. Because the things that's been happening to Denver is why I know their plot's awful. Because they just lost to the Jets. And the way they lost to the Jets, Nathaniel Hackett, he get the game ball because remember Sean Payton said that was the worst coaching job he's seen in his life.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And then they go into your stadium.
Is he the OC?
Who, Hackett? Yeah, he's the OC.
Oh,
he's always,
it's like some receiver coach and he's getting the ball.
He was like, Jets country, let's ride.
And
even though the defense won that game. That's funny.
But they've been trolling. They trolled the Jets Twitter. They had the Kevin James meme because Kevin James all over Twitter. They had the Kevin James meme, and they had a Denver Broncos jersey. They have a Denver Broncos fit and apparel and all that. And then because they trolling Sean Payton,
which is funny.
John, I'm gonna tell you, I let you because you had this. But the season started, he said Sean Payton was riding the coattails essentially of Drew Brees, right? And that's the reason why he's successful. Do y'all agree with that? I'm just saying, do y'all agree that Sean Payton is a Drew Brees merchant? Is that what y'all agree?
Let's just say Bill Belichick and him are the same person.
Tough.
I'll say, I wouldn't say he just rode the coattail. I'll just say to me, he's no better than Mike McCarthy. I say like his decision making late in games, his time management, all of that stuff is bad. And then he's not like somebody I would go seek. I would give up first-round picks for. That's pretty much what I was saying. Overall, I mean, he's still a good coach, but it's just what they thought they were getting. The same, like they made a mistake twice. What they thought they was getting with Russ, and then at least with Russ that made sense because it was like we seen what he was doing in Seattle, but I haven't seen anything really out of Sean Payton that would make me be like, this is our guy. We gotta go get him.
They did one thing. They did the onside kick. I forgot what game. I know maybe it was the Raiders or whatever. They did the onside kick to start either the half or the game. And that was like to rile up everybody because he did that in the Super Bowl back in the day.
Yeah, it's close.
Yeah, but I'm telling you what.
They need to ship some crawfish and some beignets to Denver to get this man coaching right. Because let me tell you, him and Bill Belichick are showing what it means when you have an actual franchise QB that can read the field. Like, Russell Wilson, and like this makes it seem like Russell Wilson was just riding on Pete Carroll, like in his defense.
Geno Smith balling, yeah, Geno Smith's balling.
It's like look at Bill Belichick with Mac Jones. Like he doesn't even like Mac Jones. Like he doesn't like he can't talk to Mac Jones like he talked to Brady because once Brady got to that certain age where it was kind of like he was able to read it like a coach and actually give ideas. Where they're so old and they had QBs for so long, they don't know how to deal with young QBs anymore. They don't know how to deal with the fact that they don't know the game like an older, more experienced quarterback does. I think that's the issue. I think they just don't know, they don't know how to deal. It's like when, let's say I'm 50 years old and I have another kid. I don't know how to change diapers anymore. What the fuck? What is Cocoa Melon? I don't know. Yeah.
That's a good point because they do look frustrated, like your child just did something they shouldn't have done. Like when I see Bill Belichick looking at him, he looked back at him like, "Really, bro? Like that's the decisions you make." Even when Russ fumbled it, he looked at him like, "Bro, this is something you should know." So I see what you're saying. I can see that.
It's just they don't know how to deal with a different QB. They know like it's. I mean, shit. I'm dating now. I got divorced. I don't know how to deal with new bitches. I don't like. I don't know what's going on, and like they're doing all crazy shit. I don't know, and it's like, what do you need from me, like, to make this work? And they don't know what to give to these quarterbacks because, I mean, like, when you have a franchise like the Patriots, or even I would say the Saints were a franchise themselves just because of how dominant they were for years. Now you're going into a situation where, okay, well, we're losing. Like, I'm starting in the negative. I don't know what to do here.
I think that comes from like in their prime. Yeah.
Oh, go ahead, Lewis.
I was just thinking from their prime because people feared those coaches going against those coaches when, like, so that gave them an edge. Like Bill Belichick in his heyday, you already know we still have that bit of fear. He's gonna still come in and try to dismantle your offense, like take away what you do best. I mean, but I can't blame them though. Mm-hmm. Like every storm gonna run out of rain. It's not gonna be sunny every day. We've been telling all these franchises, your dark days is coming, and when they come, don't be surprised. Like when Brady left, y'all ain't gonna ever see a Super Bowl in probably an eon, and I do mean it, like in the eon.
Oh, but
like
it's gonna be a while.
Like y'all witnessed like it. Y'all it was greatness.
You gotta take it.
When is my sunny day gonna come though? Because I've been in the darkness since I was born.
Y'all down there. Yeah, but look, I'll give you some hope.
The thing about Bill Belichick though, at least like he's playing with a QB that another team probably wouldn't want. Like Sean Payton, he has Russ, so that would be the only thing I'll say about that.
But the Bill Belichick's done disservice to Mac Jones because, number one, Bill Belichick cannot draft to save his life. That's something that we don't be thinking about a lot, but he drafted only 2 All-Pros since 2013, and they both special teams. They both
Jerry
is a punter.
At that drafting though.
It's a punter and I think a kick returner. That's all he got. Number two issue, last year, Mac Jones' second year in the league, he gives Mac Jones a defensive coordinator as his offensive coordinator. That is ridiculous. For a second, because the first year he had Josh McDaniels. The Patriots made the playoffs. They were a 10-win team. Then you say, okay, good job. Let me give you a defensive coordinator. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't. What are you expecting from your second-year quarterback who got a defensive guy calling his offense?
I mean, I don't want to call him a bad draft. Yep. Yeah, I wouldn't call him a bad drafter. I mean, he just can't pick a first round.
He had Tom Brady.
Like the first 2 rounds, I think.
But who has he drafted?
I think he can find gems in 4 through 7 rounds, 4 through 7. Because I mean, I think he should only be first round. Yeah, I think he should only draft. He
drafted Sony
Michel.
Great
solid. Yeah, but he need to get somebody else to draft the first round. I think so.
Who was his first round pick from this year? Did they have one?
Oh, okay. It's Gonzalez. Christian Gonzalez. He good. He's good.
Yeah, he's balling out.
He did good. He out. He out for the season now, but he did good. But all them other years, bro, he ain't drafted no. They need receivers for so long. He draft no receivers. He can't draft no offensive talent whatsoever. Mac Jones,
he is great in
the free agent market. Wild.
Just the name Bill Belichick is a draw.
N'Keal Harry is terrible. Yeah, N'Keal Harry is terrible. Yeah, N'Keal
Harry. I have actually a plan for the Patriots. Like they could, the Patriots, Jets, anybody, they could get it. All they have to do is trade for Kirk Cousins. Justin Jefferson already said he's following Kirk Cousins wherever he goes. And then you know what you do on the little side when you got that cap room? You're like, hey, Saquon, you want this money? Here you go. And then all of a sudden you have a high-powered offense.
You know?
I feel like, but Kirk Cousins a 1:00 p.m. Eastern type of guy. He not a when we get to these late time games, it'd be rough. I don't know. You want that?
With a head coach like Bill, you know.
You can overcome defense.
And it's what I'm saying. It's a quarterback that knows the game. It's a veteran that he can talk to and actually game plan with rather than have to tell. Like, the thing with Brady is he didn't have to tell Brady to do anything. Him and Brady were equals when it came to the game plan. With Mac Jones, he has to be like, you need to do this. You need to do this. You need to do this. Check down here. Like, it's a lot. It makes sense.
Yeah,
but Bill Belichick is not used to
stuff like that.
Bill Belichick's not used to coaching players like that. He's not used to coaching anymore players that need that much like put into them. But especially when it comes to quarterback, he hasn't done it in years.
But if you're a coach who is not able to adjust, because anything can happen. If you're not able to adjust, does that not hurt you that's not like a slight against your ability to coach if you can't adjust to the times?
Well, he's had this guy for 3 years. Game, not adjust, like your player is just not. Well, I don't know. We haven't seen him be good enough.
His first year was good.
From not being able. That's not a part of your plan as a head coach. I see what you're saying, like being able to do that, but like say he get a veteran QB or something, that's not something you have to worry about. Like you won't always have a rookie QB. Like eventually, as Mac Jones play, he'll start to understand the game. He'll start to like understand defenses. That's just something like that come with time. Like you can coach a younger QB as much as you can, but at some point they gotta take the next step for themselves. So I don't really think that is a knock towards him. In
Belichick's time, like in his mind, his time is coming up. He's getting older.
They just
like
having,
now that they're not winning, his time is coming up in Boston.
They just play like a boring offense.
Imagine
to a degree, like it's. I would love it. Like it's an old lineman, I would love it because first of all, they always run first. They're probably one of the few teams in the league that been running the 3 tight end sets. They'll run and then they'll just try to run the ball or throw checkdowns like a lot of the times.
It's just I think his time, like Bill Belichick's time is coming up. Look how fast Foxborough turned against him the second they started losing games. Like, you don't like your 6 Super Bowls? Like,
I don't think he's gonna break that record. He's not gonna break that. He want to break Don Shula record for like all-time wins. I think it was some personal stuff too. I think that's why, because it's some personal thing. But no, it ain't. He need like 30 or something. And yeah, I don't know. His team don't look like he gonna get 10 wins in a while. So
he pissed at Andy Reid too, because Andy Reid is coming up there too. Andy Reid Andy Reid knows how to draft.
He do draft Mahomes.
He not only did he draft Mahomes, he drafted Isaiah Pacheco, which is a little star, he drafted Travis Kelce. He took the shot on Kelce, but I mean, he drafted Shady McCoy. Like it's not even just this team. Like he
drafted both Kelces. Yeah,
he built the base for this Eagles team that we see now. He built the base when it came to offensive line and defensive line, and then when he left, it wasn't even a bad team. And then he goes to KC. So I think he's also thinking about Andy Reid. He's coming up on his. People are starting to talk about Andy Reid in the way that they talk about Belichick.
He one of the best coaches, man. I mean, the Eagles went to 4 or 5 straight NFC Championship games. They were running the NFC East for that time. And then the Chiefs, they running the AFC West. And hey, for Jared, like I told you, he part of the contract. I already signed him on the contract, right? The only way to get out the contract, you had to beat the Chiefs once. They're on a 15-game losing streak. So this game at Kansas City, you think? Look, I'm telling you, if you look at Russell Wilson's numbers and Patrick Mahomes' numbers this year, it's actually low-key Russell Wilson has slightly better numbers, which is weird. But they're not gonna win this game. But do y'all think this could be the game? Do y'all think Denver?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know what happened to their defense. Like it just doesn't make sense.
It's awful.
If they had a decent, like if you look at the game, the Chiefs versus the Jets, like when you have a good defense, you'll be in the game. So, and then you just have to hope that Russ can have like one drive where he actually win you the game. Like say for instance, if the refs didn't call that flag and then Zach Wilson, he had another opportunity to go tie the game or go win the game. So that's what I expected out of the Broncos. When you have a great defense, you should at least have the opportunity to go down and maybe win a game or tie the game or whatever. But their defense been looking like extremely bad. I don't know what's going on with their defense.
Worst in the league. It's actually
it just doesn't make sense. They had like a lot of, you got Patrick Surtain, and then I think they got Frank Clark, if I'm not mistaken. So it just doesn't make sense, like how their defense regressed so much.
I think it's defensive coordinator. I think they got a new defensive coordinator in Vance Joseph.
That was ass. I don't know why would they do that. Hey, your defense is already good.
You're
trying to be too cute.
I think
what I would love to see? I would love to see Denver finally give up hope for the year and trade Jerry Jeudy to Kansas City somehow.
Why would they do that? Why would they give up that's their That's their nemesis.
They're selling
looking to trade him, so
they're selling him.
I wouldn't trade
And
him to
Courtland
the
Sutton.
Don't trade him.
Nah,
That's
hell,
like them
trade him
Cowboys
to
fans trading him for the Eagles. Like you're not gonna do that. That's terrible.
we did that,
dude.
Well, we didn't trade him, but you know,
With the way that they're running that team right now, you never know what they're gonna do. They could do it.
I mean,
I
what
don't
Chiefs
think
have to offer though.
I don't know, Chiefs.
Huh?
Because they probably don't give up a first
Oh,
round.
Chiefs give up.
What you about to say?
You know what they do? They trade a
Just
second-round
try
pick
to somewhere.
and Chris Jones.
And Chris Jones.
But they trade him for Judy and Sutton because I mean that Kansas City and Chris Jones, Judy and Sutton.
I say best defensive player easily. And
he doesn't want to be there though. Like that's it. It's an issue. You sit out a game, you sit out games. He doesn't want to be there. That's something wrong.
How he trust me. You don't want to leave. You don't want to leave a team like the Chiefs. Unless you go to the Bengals or something.
No, I agree completely. Like he shouldn't want to leave, but like he just wants money. They're not paying him what he wants. So you know what,
he is a premier player, and you already won a few rings. So
yeah,
you know at least you can say
it's
I
like
got rings.
You don't want to be here. You don't like we can send you here. Jerry Judy, Courtland Sutton on that Kansas City team. I like with Patrick Mahomes because like it's just bump. Kadarius Toney, are you kidding me? Kadarius Toney is their like top wide receiver.
I really thought he gonna be good this year.
I did too. I like Toney.
I was surprised he didn't tear his fucking ACL in training camp. No, Kadarius Toney is more injury prone than I am, and I have a lot of workman's comp.
If they trade,
I like Toney.
Chris Jones. I don't think. I wouldn't trade Chris Jones if I was Kansas City. I'm not. Like you gotta pay him.
I trade Chris Jones for Devontae Adams.
That's Kansas City.
Well,
I wouldn't even do that.
That's still the same division. I don't know. They
defense,
don't do it to yourself.
Yeah, but you ain't got to worry about that. Well, if I'm the Raiders, I wouldn't. But if I'm the Chiefs, I definitely would do that. I mean, you know,
Mahomes and
they're
Adams,
the one team. You know, I say defenses win championships. They're the one team that proves that's not true. Like when they beat the 49ers in the Super Bowl. So you know, you can really get away with stuff on defense. Like you can be lackluster on defense if you get like a star player like Devontae Adams, because your offense and Patrick Mahomes is going to carry. So I would do that.
I'll tell you though. Go ahead, Harrison.
I just think KC's like defense. The issue with it is like it stems from Chris Jones not wanting to be there, because last year they were a good defense and he's the base of that defense. Chris Jones doesn't want to be there. He's already sat out a game. This coming off season you're gonna lose him anyway. Why wouldn't you try to dish him for anything that you can beforehand?
I got the money. I could take him. I got the money. I'm gonna try to take him. I got the money. That'd be great.
Yeah, I see what you're saying, Harrison. Like the relationship is already
it's
already damaged. Yeah, so they should have just like with Tyreek Hill, because I think he said he just decided to go.
You gotta think from the other teams' perspective, though. I'm just saying, like, as somebody who would trade for Chris Jones, like, and I know your relationship is like fractured. Why would I be interested in trading? Why would I just wait out and pay him and just get him off free agency without losing any of my assets?
Yeah.
So,
but you take a chance if somebody else that is desperate and they want him, and we go get him. I mean, you could wait, but once he go to free agency, it's more like I'm gonna go to a team I want to go to. At that point,
yeah. I mean,
I see both points. Yeah,
the only teams
that
would be interested in him would be a contender. Then a contender will be the only one that want him, because they have something to show for now, rather than a team that's gonna pay him a lot of money. We can offer him money anytime. Now it's for Kansas City. I would never pay him. The moment Chris Jones leave out that facility, I don't care how great Patrick Mahomes is, they're not winning the Super Bowl. Because that's their defense.
Without Chris
in
Jones,
those games, he be feeding, like he be feasting. And I don't trust.
So
they don't
crazy.
have a pass rush without him. They don't have, man.
Yo, I mean,
I just think against the 49ers, did he have like a game-changing play. Like, when we look at Aaron Donald, like, he got the sack on the last play that caused them to win the game. I don't remember Chris Jones being like an X. It's been a while, but I don't remember him being like an X factor. It was like,
I don't remember that game a lot. Yeah,
I'm glad they had him.
I
don't really remember.
I remember Mahomes.
He's in the background. So I would say Chris Jones is one of those players where like you as a watcher are not going to see his full impact. Like just him being able to contain the pocket, just that alone, and contain the running back is a huge help. I mean, I agree with Lewis that obviously someone like a contender would trade for him, but I think someone on the verge, like just like right on the edge, would also be willing to trade for him. If Aaron Rodgers was still playing for the Jets this year, I would say the Jets would try to make a move for him. The Lions, put him with Adrian Hutchinson.
Put him.
You put him next to Adrian Hutchinson.
What do you get? What do you give up for him if you're the Lions? You give up first round.
You give up a first rounder and probably Jameson Williams.
We already have enough.
Yeah, their team is solid. They have everything they need.
Yeah, Jameson Williams will be back.
I don't need my first round if I'm the Lions.
Make the defense even more dangerous.
Their line is good. Both. Their offensive line is good. They got receivers. They got corners. So what I need at that point.
How many general managers listen to this? Because I just gave you the deal of the century Detroit Lions. First rounder, Jameson Williams. You get Chris Jones. And now you're a contender to win the Super Bowl for the rest of the year.
But the problem is that we understand like the script of the whole thing, and they'll get that, and then something gonna happen terrible to Detroit because Detroit got some of the worst plot. This is only second to you, Cleveland. It's only second to you in some of the worst plot ever. So something bad gonna happen. Somebody gonna get injured, and all that's gonna go to hell. And they ain't got no pick. They ain't got their pick no more, and everybody gonna be stupid. So I can only that's they know like that'll work well for the Kansas City because they have outstanding plot. But one thing, you saw that Kansas City game versus the Vikings, right? When they picked up the flag and that pass interference, and my man had his helmet off and they didn't call it. I said they back at it again. they did something last week. They back at it again.
They're Swifties. Shit.
They're Swifties, dog.
I remember that Dad's game.
Yo, boy, I love
against the Lions.
Yeah, true. Man. That's hilarious. I tell you, man. But here's one thing: the Chiefs, they're the dynasty, right? They're the new dynasty team, right? But to me, they're not as exciting. They don't produce exciting games like the Patriots dynasty did. Like when the Patriots were in the Super Bowls and stuff, they had like the helmet catch games. You had the that interception by Malcolm Butler. You had the ultimate comeback when Matt Ryan choked. They had all these like games you remember for hundreds of years type of thing. Like these are all-time games. But the Chiefs, like the 49ers game was good, but there's not a lot of moments in the Chiefs dynasty period where I'm like, there's a moment in time where like, I can't believe that happened type of thing. There's not a lot of those compared to the Patriots.
I would agree with that post Tyreek Hill. Post Tyreek Hill, I agree. Yeah. I agree with that completely.
The long.
They had the Rams game. And then one play with Tyreek Hill.
What about
the one play
this past season? What about this?
Because I only remember
this past Super Bowl. Like you wasn't impressed with that?
What?
Like on one foot? He was on one foot the entire. I mean, like the fact that he was injured.
That's impressive.
Like that. Okay, you wanted something more.
I mean, that's impressive, but it's like I need a moment in time.
I see what you're saying.
I need that.
He needs the pick at the goal line. He needs the Seattle pick at the goal line. Like
I need that helmet catch. I need that comeback. I need those moments. It's like the one time I can remember, and this is postseason. I'm talking about postseason right now. One time is the 13-second comeback against the Bills. That whole moment, that's one that's like that's the moment in time. But after that, it's like that Super Bowl they won on that holding. That's anticlimactic. Like this Super Bowl is going back and forth, and we just went off that. Like, and then the week before or 2 weeks before they faced the Bengals, and they went on that. My man got pushed out of bounds, 15-yard penalty, another field goal to win it. They just keep winning on these field goals to win it type of thing, and on some penalties, it's like. Where's my
Jesse
interception?
wants this shit. He wants it like a movie.
They locked in, bro. Like,
like
against the Bengals, they had a chance to go down and score, and they had to punt the ball away to Mahomes, and
remember
scramble like 15
the
yards,
Titans, bro.
Oh, yeah, against the Titans, he had one of the best runs I ever seen by a QB against the Titans.
Yeah,
I don't know if you remember that.
He had his, I think, that postseason, he had his comeback mojo, right? He had the comeback against me, Tennessee, and San Francisco. But it's hard that New England they spoiled me because you would think New England would just go into a Super Bowl and just blow out everybody, right? But I don't think they blew out anybody. Everybody they faced was just some of the most. It's like their 10 Super Bowls. I think like 8 of them are in the top 15 Super Bowls of all time, right? Now this Eagles and Chiefs Super Bowl could have been number 2 or number 1, but then he did that holding stuff. Like, give me like Jalen Hurts interception or something. Like, do something like if you're gonna win the game, give me some excitement, man.
But is the reason those Super Bowls are like top 15 of all time because of the time period they were played and the rules? Like, I don't think it has anything to do with. I think the game script now and the way that you have to play in the NFL makes it less exciting because there's like people are just scrutinizing everything now. Like these refs have to they're on their tippy toes walking around.
And on top of that, it's like with the Patriots wins, it make us question like, bro, is the NFL cheating? Like, you got the tuck rule. Then you got the pass play and not giving it to Marshall. It just make me think like, bro, like, is some collusion going on? Like, what's like? It just don't make sense. Their wins just don't make sense.
That Atlanta one, bro. The fact they were in field goal range and then just run the ball to kick the field goal and be up 11. They passed it. He got sacked and then a holding call. And that's Kyle Shanahan. He's not supposed to be stupid. Like, you'd be like, why is he doing this? Like, what is happening? And then they go down. And then remember Edelman, he had the catch. See, that's that script stuff. That Edelman catch where he caught off somebody's foot. Like, that's some good script writing, bro. I mean, bro, that is entertaining, bro. It make you think.
I would love for the NFL to win an Emmy.
It's like they take brain cells from the coaches before they play them.
Yo, I told you, that's dynastic plot, boy. That is dynastic plot. But it's like the Patriots have the more interesting version of dynastic plot. Like the team, like the football team and the coaches who's supposed to be all world, Super Bowl level, the best of the best, just don't know how to play in the most specific moments of time. But the Chiefs, they just get the penalties. Like they just get the referee help with it. And it's like, yeah, I understand that to a time because, obviously New England had that. But like, bro, like holding right here, bro, like, man, like let the game play out, bro. Like we at the end of the game, a Super Bowl, bro. Like I need something exciting, bro. Why you going this great game like this? That's how you end it, bro. Like that wouldn't be no Patriots Super Bowl. We'd have a game-winning touchdown off the top of his helmet if that was a Patriots Super Bowl.
I can tell you this though.
You think
half of the nation enjoyed that call?
What you about to say, Louis?
Do you think Kansas City need more names, like household names on their team?
I mean,
if they get Stephon Diggs,
the Stephon Diggs,
that'd be pretty cool. He's unhappy right now. he broke the tablet on the sideline. He's unhappy right now with the Bills.
I'd be annoyed. I don't know. I'd be annoyed with Stephon Diggs though. I don't know. It's different. But
if he did that, no cap.
I mean, he would be off though. That's some Kevin Garnett, Ray Allen. When Ray Allen left and went to Miami, Kevin Garnett.
Nah, that's
ain't talked to him for 15 years. It'd be like that.
That's KD shit. That's some snake shit. Like, I'm just gonna go get a ring real quick.
Yeah.
Like, shimmy his shoulder.
Right. That would be an easy ring.
That's an easy ring. Stephon Diggs with Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce.
I mean,
because if you think about it, they got too many people on their
Travis
team that
Kelce's
just
a
trying
big
to
name.
make the right play. I mean, but like, it's a tight end. I mean, he can do what he can, but you want everything you're saying that's exciting is a big name receiver, a highlight receiver, or at least a running back.
I mean, but Malcolm Butler. I didn't know who Malcolm Butler. I didn't know he existed. He caught the interception, or when my man because it happens to the Patriots or happens against, like, before that happened, Jermaine Kearse had that catch where it was going everywhere, and he caught it. Bro, all that is like, yo, this is, go ahead, bro. It's,
but all that,
I miss it. I low-key miss it.
Remember why that moment was so, but you remember why that moment was so, like, wow? Because they ran the ball all the way down there with your all-pro running back, and you didn't give it to him, and you made a terrible mistake. Like, you said nah to a power bag, and it was like, what, 2 yards? And you threw the ball on a slant?
That's not
the reason, actually, he's right. The reason that moment is good is not because of the pick. It's because of what Seattle did. That's the reason that moment is great.
It's the worst play call. Like, literally, I'll tell you, look.
It was so dumbfounded.
It's the stupidest. It's the stupidest play of all time. Every decade there's a dynasty, right? And it switches conferences. So if you look at the 80s, Well, okay, besides the 80s and 90s. Because 80s and 90s, 49ers, Cowboys. And then the 2000s, it was the Patriots, right? Now, in the 2010s, it's supposed to be Seahawks. That was the dynasty. They failed that because they ain't run the ball. When they ain't run the ball at the one, everything broke apart. Everyone had resentment for Russell Wilson. The defense hated Russell Wilson, et cetera, right? You know what I'm saying? So that all happened.
Hate him.
Seattle started listening to only Future. After that game, they only listened to Future. They were toxic kings. Like they only listened to Future after that game. I guarantee it. They were like, nah, yeah, fuck Russ. Like,
and that stopped a dynasty. They would have won 3 Super Bowls if they ran the ball at that one. They would have won 3 Super Bowls. But it went right back to New England. So they had 2 dynasties. They had 3 championships in the 2000s, 3 championships in the 2010s. Skip Seattle. So now we're going to the Chiefs. Now they're the dynasty. Now they're gonna be the dynasty, bro. Seattle, bro. It's either Seattle or Atlanta. Them Super Bowls, bro. The not ability not to run the ball, bro. It's something so simple. And these ain't supposed to be stupid people. Yeah, you couldn't have me, bro. That's I missed that a little bit. That New England Super Bowls, bro. Them Super Bowls were lit. You were going to watch a good game. The only one that wasn't good was the Rams. Remember the Eagles, Philly special, bro. I'll tell you, look, yo,
yeah, but everything you're saying is the other team, bro. It's also, not even New England.
Yes,
yeah, it's not even New England.
The other team make mistakes, or they do something epic, or they make mistakes.
But
that's what makes it interesting. That's the plot. That's just interesting. That's the script writing. That's the plot right there.
Okay, so leading up to all those Super Bowls, take me back. Wasn't where the NFC and AFC, was it not as like one sided it is now? Like all the good teams are in the AFC, all the good quarterbacks in the AFC. So like the best games you're gonna usually get is the AFC Championship game, rather than the NFC. It's just who survives or who doesn't get hurt. So do you think that contributes?
I mean, NFC, the team who can make it out of the NFC was usually really good. I think in the AFC. I think it was the New England Patriots special because, like, it was exciting to an extent, but it was usually the Patriots special because they made like 9 straight AFC Championship games. Like they were always there. The NFC, kind of changed a little more parity, right? Different teams face each other, but whoever survives, like you said, the NFC is usually like a really good team. Like that Atlanta team was amazing. Their offense was ecstatic. Their offense kept playing amazing for the first half and some change, and then 25-point lead with that offense should be a win. But just as soon as Devontae Freeman did not block, and he got a hit on Matt Ryan, he fumbled, they recovered. I said, they're going to lose this game. That's why I was like, they're going to lose. I can see this. It's unraveling now. I can see the unravelment. They're going to lose. They're up like 11 at that point. But.
All right, so you're talking about how the Chiefs are the new dynasty.
Yeah, they're the new dynasty, yeah.
Why aren't you putting respect on 49ers?
I mean, the 49ers ain't win no championship in this decade. Chiefs got 2 of them.
I mean, they got 2. I don't consider a dynasty until they get 3.
I know, and that they can just do it today. They can do it this year.
I don't know. I don't think they beat the 49ers at all.
And I would think that too. But Patrick Mahomes is finding a lot of ways to do a lot of things.
Patrick Mahomes is good, but if he had receivers other than Travis Kelce, yeah, I think it's a competitive game. But no, dude, Fred Warner, he shuts down Travis Kelce all game.
I don't know if he shut him down, but he do a good job.
He shuts him down all game. All game, anything over the middle, he shuts him down. I guarantee it. And then you have CMC running on you, and half your defensive line can't even play the game of football. I might as well go in. I mean, but
my thing is, I think Kansas City would be more ready for San Francisco than San Francisco would be for Kansas City. Because even though San Francisco was the number 1 defense, who's number 2 and number 3? It was the Bills. They're not seeing slouches.
I mean, I still.
I mean, to a degree.
No, I know that, but I mean, it's just one of those things where.
That's why. For all you Eagles fans, my hot take: y'all had the easiest road to the Super Bowl I ever seen in my life. Y'all did. I swear.
Oh no, it was that man John said Mickey Mouse. That John definitely said Mickey Mouse. Yeah, that Giants game and my man elbow went off. Yeah, my man.
You played a practice scrimmage and then you faced the RB at QB in the championship game and then you were supposed to win the Super Bowl and then you faced Patrick Mahomes on 1 foot.
They competed though. At least they competed. At At least they competed in the Super Bowl. At least they competed though. They competed in the Super Bowl. At least they showed they weren't like.
But like,
I just think the 49ers handle KC.
Handle. Man, I'll tell you, man. Look, the 49ers haven't won a Super Bowl.
Handle. Motherfuckers handle them. They handle them. And I do not like the 49ers. I have family members that are diehard 49ers fans. They handle them. I'm telling you. They handle them with Brock Purdy. I mean, Brock Purdy good, so I mean, it's not. No, he's good, but I mean,
you got like his passer rating is outstanding. And
no, like I'm not saying he's bad, but I'm just saying like everybody's talking about I think Brock Purdy once he gets into a real game, like he's nothing. And it's like not like people are underestimating how good Brock Purdy actually is, because I mean when you go 20 for 22 passing, that's not something small. And everybody was like, oh, well, he's just working Kyle Shanahan's system. It's like, shut up, bro. People. You didn't even make it to the league. You're not even there.
Yes.
Nah, bro, you cannot.
He's a system guy.
I think he is.
Hey, I can't believe I'm saying this, but
I think he's a system guy.
We're going to need the Eagles to spin the block.
I think he's a QB manager. Yeah, but I think that's my opinion. I think he is.
After watching the game,
a very good job at it. I still don't believe it.
That's crazy. I don't know about that, bro. He was really dotting us up. So.
Nah, they have a very great roster around them. They have a top tier. They have the best one of the best O lines.
Yeah,
if he go 2 for 2, so he wins
to not succeed. Yeah, I think he gets to the Super Bowl.
That's true, but if he go 2 for 2, then you just gotta give it to him. If he do us like that, and then if he do the Eagles like that. You just gotta give it to him, bro.
If he do the Eagles like that, then they got one of the best teams, bro.
I need the Eagles to spin the block.
I ain't gonna lie.
They call us lacking.
I do too, but yeah.
All right, so I got the Brock Purdy stats up right now.
Where the Brock Purdy stats?
Brock Purdy stats. He currently is 123 on passer rating for the year.
That'll be the highest of all time.
He has never thrown below 200 yards.
Okay, so
he has 0 interceptions to 9 touchdowns.
He's only 3 quarterbacks. Well, unless Josh Dobbs threw an interception, only 3 quarterbacks have no interceptions who usually start. It's CJ, Brock, and
there was only one game he didn't have a touchdown, and that was versus the Rams. That was it. Still won that game. Didn't matter. That's the only game below 100 passer rating. It was 93, and all time. He has only 4 all time is literally just 13 games. He has 22 touchdowns and 4 interceptions. Any other quarterback that starts that way, it's the Messiah.
If that was a first round pick, then he would be if he was a first overall pick, then he would be
But he's the last pick in the draft. How the fuck
plot.
Is this happening?
That's good plot. That's a good plot. San Francisco got great plot.
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I'm in the middle. I see what you're saying, Lewis, because he is surrounded by a good team.
Yeah,
but at the same time,
he's surrounded.
You still got to go out there and execute.
He's surrounded,
and he's been executing. So.
Okay,
I'm sorry,
but I would say
it is what it is. He's executing.
He's surrounded. That's the only thing.
I would look at the reason Dak has been successful is because he's surrounded. He's surrounded by good players.
No.
I would look at the reason that Dak has been so successful in Dallas. He's surrounded by good players. He has a top 3 defense. He has CeeDee Lamb, Tony Pollard.
No.
Not against San Francisco.
That's not the same. It's not. Yeah. I'm with you on Brock Purdy. You got to give him his props, but that's not the same situation. Because they go from top to bottom. Brock has everything: coaching, defense, offense, everything you can think. He has the best running back.
Everything.
The second best tight end.
He got the best
linebacker. So it's
he got the best linebacker crew.
He got some. The best defense.
Trent Williams. Trent Williams is the best left tackle. He best left tackle, bro. That man neutralized Michael Parsons.
What the heck? Ever.
Which is crazy.
He put Michael Parsons down. It was like he was at the vet. He was like, nah.
Yo.
I don't even know why you line them up over there. It didn't make sense, bro.
I don't know why you do it on the other side.
That's just me.
Let me ask y'all.
First half, maybe. The second half, it ain't working, bro.
I think y'all should give Trey Lance a shot. Honestly,
Big Trent. Nah, I'm not giving up on Dak yet.
No, I'm not saying. Are y'all? How y'all feel? Like I'm gonna ask, like Dak, if he don't get it done, because obviously the game he just played is terrible. So he's gone if he doesn't get it done this year.
Yeah, he's gone. There's no point in keeping him. Like we see his ceiling. That's it. Like this is what we get with him. I'm not saying Trey Lance is gonna come in and be the savior, but
I think Jerry Jones keeps him.
There's no point in keeping him.
I don't think they're gonna get rid of him.
Like we never gonna beat the 49ers. Like if we go in the postseason and we lose again, like what's the point in keeping him?
As you know,
I just don't see the point.
As you know,
you put Cooper Rush back there and we'll get the same results, lose to the 49ers in our first round, second round, or whatever. Because we're not winning the division now. Losing to the Cardinals, that pretty much took the division away. Because the Eagles, they don't lose to bad teams. They go out there and get it done. So I had us winning the division. I don't know that. I don't know about that now. I think. Well, I mean, we probably. I don't know. Maybe we sweep the Eagles. I don't know. I got to see what we do against the Eagles. Maybe we sweep them.
I think
if we can avoid the 49ers in the playoffs, then maybe, probably can take it all away.
But
let the Eagles beat them.
What did this loss tell you about your team?
My confidence is shot.
That's what. Well, yeah.
It told me
my confidence is shot.
That
I'm not even gonna lie.
It was a great loss, actually. I'm happy we lost. Yeah, I'm happy we lost.
It was a humbling.
My expectations up here, it just brought them. Look up here beneath my screen. That's what it took me. It let me know, like, this ain't our year. Don't get my hopes up.
I was pissed off.
If we do something, that's good. Because if we'd have won, it would have been like, bro, I'd have had my jerseys on. I'd have my shades on. Like,
I feel like I'm about to go change some like lights in a dorm room right now. This feels like a shop talk.
It'd have been different, but I'm glad. Just go prove me wrong. As a fan, go prove me wrong. That's all I can really say. We need Trayvon back.
That's exactly how
I think next year. You're gonna make a coach change.
Yeah. Would you change your coach as well, Mike McCarthy? If
I would not agree.
See, I wouldn't have him as an OC.
Honestly,
I feel like he's too conservative.
I'll make it.
I don't like his conservative. He's too conservative to me. Yeah. Like you can be conservative when you up, but like it's certain games you can't go in and be conservative with. You can't go against the 49ers and be conservative. You can be conservative against the Jazz, Giants, and stuff like that. Maybe even the Eagles. But I just don't feel like the 49ers was the team to be conservative against. Especially, like, okay, our defense, they gave up the first touchdown. Then they, it was a couple 3-and-outs. Like, you got to help your defense. Like, we had a couple, where we stopped the 49ers. But if our team isn't scoring, it's like there's no pressure on him. There's no pressure on Brock. Like, he's back there dishing, which he was doing, he made some really good throws. But it's like we need the offense to help the defense sometimes. Like, your defense can't be the star every game. The offense never complements the defense. Ever. Like, ever. I haven't seen us since in the last, 4 years they haven't, at least. Like, it's always the defense. Even in the playoffs, like, we held them to low scoring. We got the ball back for the offense. It's the last drive of the game. You got to go down there and score. We gave you opportunity to win. You didn't do it. Which
interesting
it is
question
the 49ers
I have for you.
Defense, which is understandable because they have a great defense, but you got to help us sometimes, and they haven't.
So you and Lewis, this is a question for both of y'all. Would you take this Dallas team now, remove Dak, and let's say we put in prime Tony Romo? How would you feel about the team?
Oh, we winning. We going Super Bowl.
Rolling out the 49ers.
Well, the thing about Tony Romo is, sometimes he didn't come up big, but I don't think he ever had the opopportunity that Dak has. Like, put up that defense, give him that defense, and elite. He gonna throw. He a better passer and honestly, decision wise. Dak a little more athletic.
Yes.
But he's more of a pure passer.
My thing with Dak. The reason why I've been defending Dak for so long because I've seen what he could be. He be showing flashes of it. Like, the thing is, like you said, he's athletic, but he don't know when to use it. Like, it's obvious. It's just, for one, my confidence was shot in this game. all around. I hated people. I just hated it because, as you know, when you turn on the media, all they do is hate on us. So like, you cannot go to this game. You can lose, but you couldn't lose the way you did, because they was gonna you just
that's a
increase the hate tenfold. I blocked Stephen A. I blocked Big Chin, Shannon Sharp. Like I blocked all of them. It was just at the whole week. It was just
you blocked Shady.
Motherfucker blocked them. You blocked Uncle.
I took it on the chin, bro. I took it on the chin.
But what? Because they don't be. What? I took it on the chin. I ain't got time to hear that, because all they do is just they don't say analytical things about the game. They just say Dak is ass, right. And I'm like, okay, tell me why he's ass, because he wasn't the only one to blame.
They were cooking.
But Shannon came with some stats. He came with some stats.
I think Dak is scared. Honestly, I think Dak is scared of his ankle injury. I don't know. I don't think that. I think that's part of the reason he doesn't want to he doesn't want to be as mobile. I think he's scared. I think he's scared, and that's something that like
of a quarterback to be scared.
Go to a therapist. Like, I'll give you the number for one. Like
for real.
You can play better. Just go to a therapist and work through your ankle issue.
They just gotta help him more, like offensively. We gotta run some.
Like what you were saying.
I don't know, and that's why I'm. My thing about with Mike McCarthy, we got Brandon Cooks. Do you know the stats of Brandon Cooks this season? He was supposed to take the top off. We have yet to take. We take like 2 shots a game. This is my first time seeing him throwing deep to him.
Sport, like what? And it's just. And then
they need to feed. No, they need to feed Tony Pollard. They have no fucking ground game. They have no ground game. They need to feed Tony Pollard in a game.
Tony was crazy. He hasn't fumbled since his rookie year against the Eagles.
No, but 49ers different, man.
Which cost us to not make the playoffs, by the way.
It doesn't matter if he's a workhorse or not. It don't matter if he's a workhorse or not. You need to still feed him, so teams have to look at that later on. If they're looking at film, they're feeding Tony Pollard. So you feed Tony Pollard,
I think that's the recipe
and then
going forward.
you throw him out in the wing a couple times.
Yeah, I think
work it up.
Like, hey. I'm not disagreeing with you.
I don't know. They gotta figure something out, because when it comes to these big games and
this, that was the first time my O-line was together.
I'll tell you.
I don't know why they were afraid of that.
Yeah, the way y'all lost, this is what I wanted from y'all. When y'all played the 49ers, it had to be a loss where I could say, if this was in Dallas, y'all could have won this game, right? Because we faced Atlanta. I was like, we can win in Houston. We lost here because, it's Atlanta. And, but if it was like a 10-point loss or 3-point, 7-point loss, I'd be like, okay, losing by 32, and them boys just like that man, George Kittle, had the F Dallas shirt under. He really got beef with Dallas, too. He said F Dallas. Michael Parsons took offense to that. I don't know if Michael Parsons got the plot to take offense to that and for that to work, because San Francisco is like cleaning y'all all the time. But do y'all hate?
And him, too.
Yeah, George Kittle, too.
Like, I expect more out of him. He didn't do, I ain't
gonna lie.
I don't know, bro. This new Dallas team, they talk too much to me.
I take all the criticism.
Just be quiet sometimes, bro.
But I take all the criticism for Debo saying me. I don't respect Debo. Funny thing about Debo, he talked like he's the number 1 receiver.
I was surprised in Kittle, though. I didn't, I expect that out of Debo. I expect that out of Debo.
He said F Dallas.
Have Kittle ever did something like that?
I don't remember that, but he got beef with you. I thought he'd do that to the Eagles. The 49ers.
No. Maybe even Trent Williamson. I expect that out of them, because, Trent Williamson, so I expect that from them. But Kittle,
you know what it is?
I like Kittle, too. Well,
you know what it is? Him. It's because around the league, people were saying Dallas had the best defense. That's why Kittle and the 49ers were offended. Like, nah, let's see. And that's why that happened. Because Kittle has to go against these motherfuckers every single day.
I think if we had Trayvon and
y'all won that game?
In our offense,
dude, what do you mean? Like, everybody,
be good
the first 3 weeks they were like
offense.
Best defense in the league. Look at the count, 40
defense,
and up. They've never done No, so it started. It started when the Cowboys beat the Giants, and they did something that like it was what was it a punt block or a kick block for a touchdown, and then like it was a bunch of different things that have never happened to the same team in one season happened in one game, and everybody across the media was like, "This Dallas Cowboys defense is one of the best we've ever seen. Daniel Jones, this isn't his fault." Like. And then the next game, y'all did the same thing. You had an incredible defense. Y'all have an incredible defense, but it's. I think the 49ers took a little offense to that because
the media wasn't pushing that. The media wasn't pushing that.
I mean, everything.
Was pushing that.
When I turned
everything I saw was that the Cowboys. This is the second coming of the Cowboys defense.
I think, but honestly, I think. Our offense is holding our defense back.
Shoot us down
like with somehow. The 49ers, like if you know your offense can go out there and score, like you can play better. Like knowing that okay, even if we give up a touchdown, our offense is gonna come back and get it. Like
I agree.
Our defense has a lot of pressure on them to be great.
Yeah,
when your defense has to play so often, it's a lot harder as well. Like I will say,
more penalties.
The snap count.
We have more penalties, more mistakes.
They're getting 80, 90. Like that's what I was getting pissed about. Like they was just giving them more opportunities. Like if they like Brock Purdy, okay, but like he was not like just killing us from the get go. Like. We kept giving him opportunity after opportunity. And it's just, and we over here getting 3 and outs in like 30 seconds. And it's like, damn, Mark McCarthy, that's all you got in that fucking playbook? Like, this is the time, like, this is why I be pissed about coaches, man. I see you not opening your playbook versus the Cardinals. I understand. You're not opening your playbook versus the Giants. Now we have a premier game. Open that bitch open. All bets are go. I don't want to see nothing.
I mean, I don't think there's anything. There's nothing in there.
Fucking go routes like we in Madden.
you open that bitch up and you see some cobwebs fall out. He's gonna blow it off. He's gonna blow it off. He's gonna be like, I think I ran this one with Aaron. Like.
So hey, let me ask y'all this. I'm gonna ask y'all this.
He needs to.
I'm gonna ask y'all this.
Crazy. He don't got nothing in there.
And Shanahan plays. He need to copy Shanahan plays. He got the film.
Before this week, was Dallas
replicated?
I mean, you could. I mean, yeah, the whole Shanahan
tree. They got some good shit.
Or Ben Johnson, because Ben Johnson they ran the same play. The Ben Johnson, it was the touchdown of George Kittle. They had the same exact thing as Sam Laporta. So, yeah, take they plays, bro. But I wanted to do this. I wanted a quick segment here. I want to do a power ranking segment. Top 5. Who are the top 5 teams in NFL right now? Power ranking right now. Top 5 teams.
I'm gonna go last.
I'll say the 49ers is 1.
Niners?
Unfortunately, the Eagles will have to be 2.
Number 1?
Yeah, Eagles 2. Detroit. Is Detroit.
Are we
Where's
doing
Detroit?
like regular season, or if we like if this teams were in the playoffs, like at this moment the playoffs will start?
We'll do regular season because teams are hot right now. The teams that are hot right now.
If we going like that,
I think Detroit deserve to be there. 4-1 boys.
I'll put the Dolphins 3.
Put the Dolphins over Detroit.
I don't care.
You don't care about Detroit, Ben?
No. I like Detroit, and I'm rooting for them. But I'm just saying, if they play today, I still will put. I think the Dolphins will still beat them.
For real. Huh?
I don't see. I mean, yeah, they beat the Chiefs, but
Tua is out with a
concussion.
Seahawks.
I think. Would you put? You put the Seahawks?
No, I'm not. I'm saying they lost to the Seahawks. And then after that, like, what have they played good teams after that? I'm not trying to take nothing away from them, but I'm just saying, like, I have to see. It would have to be more. I would have to see more, but I would put. You could put them 5.
Because they beat the they lost the Seahawks, but that was like.
That was
I don't know. That was like an overtime back and
2.
forth. You know, Seahawks.
But it's another good team.
And they beat the Falcons. They beat the Falcons. They beat the Packers. Then they just blew out the Panthers.
The Dolphins got a.
Okay, they blew out the Panthers.
Bad loss to the Bills.
The Packers,
They blew out the Falcons, Packers, and Panthers. They essentially blew out the last 3 teams. They hot.
None of those teams are like. I mean, I guess if you want to say Atlanta, but I wouldn't like those teams. I wouldn't say they're like good teams. So
where's Buffalo? Is Buffalo? Because They beat the Dolphins.
They up and down. I know they beat the Dolphins, but I feel like that's more of an anomaly.
People saying that the Cowboys are pretenders. The Bills this year are fucking pretenders.
But they injured though too. Like they losing everybody. They losing all their defense.
That's part of the game.
Really?
But it's like the most important.
Yeah, really? but you going off in the future? We gotta go off now. Yeah, we gotta include those injuries, right?
Yeah. So
with the injuries, you know, I mean, I still like the Bills, but.
Oh, where the Chiefs at? What about the Chiefs? What about the Chiefs?
They wins is so.
They win though.
All right.
But I would never take them out of the top 5 regardless, even if they lose.
I put them.
They gotta be. Yeah. You put them 2.
No, I put this. It'll be 49ers, Eagles. I like the Lions. I put Lions. I put Dolphins, and I'll put the Chiefs number 5. That's what I'm gonna do.
I like yours, but I'll switch the Lions and the. I'll switch the Lions and
that's mine. That's mine, like to a T.
Oh,
like the Lions roster is it is insane. Like what they managed to build with like they did it with nothing. Like what do they do? They just got David Montgomery, and then all of a sudden Jamal Williams like doesn't matter. Like this is a team with a running back that isn't getting injured. Dude, they're
Jameer Gibbs.
I have them going to the Super Bowl.
Oh, you think they plot a reverse like that? That's a strong reversal.
I think they're going to the Super Bowl. The only reason I think they're going to the Super Bowl is because Jameson Williams is back sooner, and that kid can fucking ball. Like, having him on the other side of St. Brown is going to be absolutely insane to open up Jared Goff.
And they got Josh Reynolds, too.
And Sam Laporte, right?
Yeah. That's the one that got busted for gambling.
That tight end they got, too, bro. They got a good tight end. That rookie tight end they got, that man is balling, boy.
Oh, that's the Seahawks. Never mind.
Once they get Gibbs running, it's going to be great.
They need to trade for Chris Jones.
Do they play the 49ers?
In the defense. I'm telling you.
Yeah, dude. If they traded Chris Jones,
balling, right?
If their defense has been balling, but you add Chris Jones next to Adrian Hutchinson, you trade a first rounder and Jameson Williams to the Chiefs, you get Chris Jones, who you can pay because you have cap room out the ass because half your team is rookies. Half their team is rookies. They have the cap room to do whatever they want. And you literally, like, now you have a top 5 defense. Like, are you kidding? Like, you look at Adrian Hutchinson, he is blown past what people thought he was going to be able to do in his second year.
But you know, the thing is with that too, the Jacksonville drafted someone number 1, and then Aiden Hutchinson number 2. I haven't heard about my man. Number 1 pick was that Trayvon Waller. What's his name?
It was a terrible pick. Yes,
Walker.
It was a DN.
Yo,
it was a project coming out, and everybody was telling him he was a project. He's not that good. Like he's just raw talent.
I have not heard that man. That man, I forgot he exists.
It's Jamarcus Russell on the D line, basically. Like he does not give a shit. Like he got his bag, and that's all he cares about.
Do y'all agree with my? Well, John, you said my top 5. Me and Harrison's top 5 essentially. Would you say you would switch what?
I'll switch the Lions and the Dolphins. You tell me if the Dolphins and the Lions play today. You saying they're gonna beat the Dolphins?
Think if the Lions got a good team.
I think the Lions beat the Dolphins.
Honestly,
they got enough.
You think the Lions win?
I think they got the run game to take the ball and make Tua sit on that bench, that offense stay on that bench for a while. I think they can do it.
So I think the key for this Lions team, is unlocking and really play calling for Jahmyr Gibbs' potential. Because they have the potential to have the same that Cleveland had for a couple years with Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt, where you have this pass-catching back that is explosive. He is explosive. Like, he comes off that line like a madman. And when he catches that ball, he's a receiver. He's not even a running back anymore. That's how he plays. So if they could just get him involved, but not on the actual touches, he's just too small for the division and the conference to really get through some of these lines. You unlock him with David Montgomery with 2 wide sets. You put Gibbs in the slot even with Montgomery in the backfield. Like you have so many things that you can do. This team is just waiting to break out. Their culture is amazing.
They taking Ben Johnson. Someone taking Ben Johnson though. Somebody he's not gonna be the OC next year. Some team gonna snatch him as the head coach.
He said he wants to stay.
I mean, he only after a while because we tried to talk to him. He said, "Nah, I was like, dang, I wanted him too, but I was like, but I got D'Amico. I ain't tripping as long as I ain't get Sean Payton because I was about to make that trade. I wanted to make that trade, and I was like, but looking in hindsight, this is his.
Looking back,
it's rough for them boys.
He probably would have did pretty good with CJ.
But Sean Payton kind of like he an asshole. He be like I don't know. He be doing things. I don't think it would mesh well. Like I would want to play for D'Amico. D'Amico seemed like he would like.
He arrogant.
It's just a
Broncos
better
country. Let's ride.
Yeah, but Sean Payton, he arrogant and just.
I
don't think that
humble pie now.
That humble pie tasting delicious, but he 1-4. They facing the Chiefs at Kansas City.
And you gotta go shake that coach hand. That's crazy.
He misses the crawfish. Let me just tell you.
But what I wanted,
actually, I'm glad.
Denver even
I think he's glad he's not there.
I mean, they got weed, but it's their main dish.
I have no clue.
Mountains?
Mile High is a fun name,
Ranges?
but that's all. They got, Mile High. They got the Colorado. They got
Rocky
some
Mountains. Really good edibles there. So I mean, that's probably all they're.
He do need to take a chill pill. So.
That's Sean Payton. He overrated.
Yeah, University of Colorado with Deion.
But what I wanted to do real quick too. Oh no, Deion. Yeah, I think Deion Sanders is probably a better coach than Sean Payton at this point.
When he coaching his kids.
Oh, you think he? Oh no, that's interesting. Because you think he overrated too?
I think the second that his kids are no longer playing for him, he's not going to be as influential as a coach to his players. You can't be that influential when you got 2 toes.
That's interesting. That's an interesting assessment. When you got 2 toes.
Well, he's a player. He's a player coach though. Like, he's been in their shoes. And he knows the key to get to the league.
Yeah, well,
he knows all the keys to get to the league.
I feel like he knows all that. I'm not saying he's a bad coach. I think
the powers of college football.
I think he's good. The only thing is I think a lot of it comes from. I mean, he's been training his kids since they were 10 years old, so he knew that they were good players coming in. So he had something to build around. Yeah, now he has to try to pick up players as they're coming out, but as his hype train starts to slow down, the transfers start to slow down too. If you can check the transfers and the people he's recruited, they're starting to slow down because Shador is going to be going to the league either this year or next year, depending on how they finish. And I just think as soon as that's done, as soon as his kids are out of college, I think he's done coaching. I think he's you know what, I did everything I need to do.
I mean, but when he was at the HBCU, and Shador was just like a 2-star prospect, and he got the number 1 player in the class, I think, to sign at an HBCU. You don't think that's enough hope he can convince more kids? Yeah, this is before Shador.
Yeah, I kind of agree with Harrison a little bit. I feel like
that's out of how many 5-star players?
Yeah, eventually, players are gonna stop. All right, what are we coming here for? He had he went to his house. He had to get Travis. That was important for him to get him. And, especially with him being a cornerback and stuff like that. But how many players is going to open up to him? And, eventually I think the hype will die down. I'm not saying if he's a bad or good coach because I really don't. I can't tell. But
do you know how hard it is?
Is it crazy to think
Colorado State if I can go to Alabama and stuff like that?
But, I mean, Colorado. The Colorado, I mean... I think he'll stay for a little while. I think the hype.
I think Travis, that was a special case though. It just made sense for Travis to go to him. If you like the number 1 cornerback,
is it a coincidence? Why would I go
get coached by him?
Is it a coincidence that Deion started coaching when his son entered college?
No, I mean that makes sense.
But that's what I'm saying is when both his sons are out. No, he's been coaching, but did he coach college football?
He's been coaching.
No, I mean,
I mean,
it's interesting that he went from coaching. He went from coaching his son in high school and middle school to when his son entered college. He started coaching college. Got his son on the team.
Coach an NFL team when he go. Nah, he
not. So now he's going to the NFL.
This is my thing.
And he's not going to go to the NFL.
Deion said he.
He can't run down the field like that. 2 toes, you can't run like that.
As a former player, I'm going to tell you right now, Deion is dangerous right now to NCAA because of this one thing. He's a player's coach. Alabama's already struggling. For one, college recruiting is shifted. It's no longer about getting kids out of high school. It's about the transfer portal. So that alone...
Well, yeah, and NIL plays a big part, But NIL doesn't pay for Colorado. They pay for Alabama. They pay for Clemson. They pay for USC.
I think they pay for. Shedeur Sanders. I think he's.
Well, no, he gets money, but I'm saying like these 5-star recruits now that the NIL deal. Yeah, but now that the NIL deal is real, like Travis Hunter could have made $10 million a year if he went to any different school. If he went to Florida, if he went to anywhere like that, he's making $10 million a year. So I think that hurts Deion Sanders' recruiting ability. I think it hurts the players that he can recruit. I think getting that 5-star was all on him. That was him. But now he's at a level now where he can't just show up to players' houses and just like be like, oh, well, come play for me. Like, I'm going to show you how to do great, all this kind of stuff. He can't do that for every kid. He can't. But it's impossible for any coach.
He can't do it for every kid, but I think like his influence is so.
It's greater now. Like he can reach more. Like he did at Jackson State. You understand? They don't even have they barely got a recruiting team. It's probably it's on one coach probably, and he probably got an assistant. Now he has a whole team.
No,
and he has media.
So I'm not saying he's a bad coach like whatsoever. I'm not saying he's a bad coach whatsoever. I just think it's going to die down. And I also think that his tenure as a coach will be until his youngest son in the program now is out of the program at Colorado. I think that's done.
Would that hurt his message if that's the case, though? Like
no.
Or would that be...
He's proven himself as a coach. I mean, he's proven himself as an actual college-level coach when, in my opinion... Some of these college-level coaches, like, they blow the water out of the NFL coaches. And I would say Deion, right now, top 10 college coach.
If he went to the NFL, how well do you think Deion would do?
Terrible.
He'd do terrible.
You can't be a...
Stay. Yeah, ask Urban Meyer. He doesn't have you don't have a hand in, like, on players like you do in college. Like, everyone's making millions.
Yeah, you can't be a player's coach in the NFL.
Yeah.
And
that's true. You don't have the ability to... Yeah, I got you. Like GMs and the owner, which is, what we talked about earlier, where the owners get in the way and draft the people for you when you want someone else. Hey, shout out to Bryce Young, man. I hope you do well, Bryce. Man, y'all... What I'm I want to do one last thing before we head out here. I wanted to play a little game with y'all, right? And this is interesting because I saw a TikTok on this, but I want y'all. I'm gonna give all three of y'all a different question, right? Now, this question is, I'm gonna give you a timer, see who answers it fast, but it's basically saying the active leaders, the players right now who are the active leaders in this category. So, for instance, top 5 leaders in rushing yards, active players, right? Who are the top 5 leaders in rushing yards who are active players? Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This season?
Like in their their career. Okay, in their career, right?
In their career?
Yeah. So these are active players. So they may be starters, maybe backups right now. Things may have changed, but top 5. So I'm gonna give each of you a different question. I'm gonna do a timer to see who answers it first. They're all around the same level of difficulty. So it's not like anyone is getting something easy or hard. But who wants to go first? Let's see. Who wants to go first? I just volunteer. Who wants to go first here?
I'll take it.
I got you. So we're going to do something special for you, man. So the first question I said, so top 5 active rushing yards for running backs. I'll give you hints. I'm not gonna make it 2 hours. I'm gonna give you some hints, but we'll see how fast you go. So I'm gonna press start and see how long it takes for you to do this.
Do I have to do it in order?
No. I can just tell you when you say a name, I'll just put it in order for you.
Okay.
So
all right. I'm gonna say Derrick Henry.
He's number 1.
CMC.
He's not on the list.
Nick Chubb.
Not on the list.
Not on the list.
We got 1.
I got 1.
We got 1. It's gonna be hard. It's kind of hard. So you can ask me questions. You can ask me questions too, but
the CMC not on the list is crazy to me. So David Montgomery.
Well, he's an all-purpose.
Oh no, nah. Think of I'll tell you this. I'm gonna tell you this. A couple of these guys are backups right now. I'll give you that hint.
A couple of them are backups. Melvin Gordon.
Nah, these are one is a very popular backup. What about that? I'll give you that.
Oh, Dalvin Cook.
Dalvin Cook's on this. He's number 4. There's another very popular
Ezekiel
backup.
Elliott.
He's number 2. See, now he's doing. He's number 2. Okay, need 2 more. Now, number 3 is hard AF. That's very hard. I don't know. I might have to give you a ton of hints for number 3, but number 5 maybe you can get. But
damn, this is a hard ass question, Jesse.
I know each of them getting hard, so we just seen how long it takes you to get.
You gotta think like. Think of running backs who've been in the league for a while, like
Well, yeah, that's what I'm trying to think of, but I don't know as many like second, third string backups that have been in the league. Normally,
one of them is really hard, really hard. Okay, let me get you here for one. I'm gonna get you here right now. One of these players is in your division.
In his division?
Who's on the Ravens?
No, yeah.
Is it
them.
Mixon?
Mixon's 5. Mixon's number 5.
Oh wow!
All right,
that's crazy.
Number 3. Number 3 is very hard. Number 3 is almost. I think number 3 is almost impossible to the point where like this is a journeyman. This is a running back who's a journeyman. He's been on teams like the.
Yeah.
He's a backup, yes.
Yes, I know exactly.
He's a journeyman. He's been on multiple teams like the Vikings, the Saints.
Latavius Murray?
Latavius Murray. There you go. Stop. It's 2 minutes and 23 seconds.
Wow. Jesus fucking Christ. Dude, yeah. Latavius Murray, that question is ridiculous.
Yes. I wasn't going to get that one.
I knew he was talking about like somebody.
I know he was talking about, but I cannot think of his name.
Like Frank Gore, like someone who's been.
The second you said the Vikings, I was like.
Yeah, when you said the Saints, I was like, oh, okay, I know you're talking about.
The second you said the Vikings and I already had Dalvin Cook, I was like, Latavius Murray, 100%.
I had it because I had to give you that hint because there was no way that was gonna circulate. You and
I forgot that he's even in the league. He's on the Bills now. Like Jesus Christ, and he's injured.
He is.
Okay, who wants to take the second one? Who wants to take the second one?
Let me go second. If we doing passing yards.
Okay, so second, I'm gonna do. Now we'll do this. I got you. So I had this for you. So top 5 in receiving yards for wide receivers.
I said passing yards. Bro.
You can't just pick.
I can't even name receivers. All right, I'm gonna go Devontae Adams.
Where am I at right now? Yeah, he's number 4.
He's number 4.
Yeah.
We doing receivers like tight ends?
It could be anybody.
All right, give me Travis Kelce.
There you go. There you go.
What is he?
He's number 3.
He's number 3.
So you need 1, 2, and 5. You doing well, man. You got doing well.
George Kittle.
Nah, he's not on that list now.
What about Mark Andrews?
Nah. He
Slow
don't help me.
Slow down, John. Slow down.
Nah, I gotta go faster. Yeah. What about Jefferson? He gotta.
Oh no, he's not there yet, man.
Yeah, he's not
there. He's not there yet.
I'm trying to think of some old receivers.
There's one that
he's not there.
He's been consistent. There's one of those players who's been very consistent. Yeah. There you go, number 2. Very consistent.
Yeah.
All right, we need 1 and 5.
DeAndre Hopkins.
That's number 1. Now who number 5?
Sir. Who number 5?
Who number 5? You got one more.
I think I know number 5.
You said number 4 was Adams. Devontae
Adams. Damn.
I think did number 5 play for the Giants?
Oh, Tyreek Hill.
Nah, he number 6. Close.
Number 5 played for the Giants?
I can't tell you none because that just helped him. But no, Odell too injured for that.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
No.
But I'm trying to think of something.
No, it's a bad.
I mean, if you need to ask me something, you can ask me something.
Well, okay.
No, he started. He started. He started.
Oh, Thielen?
Nah, he old, but he don't beat him like that.
I'm trying to see. Hold on. Who would have a lot of yards?
Let me see. Let me get
Chris Godwin.
Did he play for the Falcons?
He's in the AFC.
Did he play for the Falcons?
He's
an AFC player. He's in the AFC.
AFC?
He's in the AFC. Yeah.
Damn. So we know he don't play for the Falcons.
Yeah. He. I can't get that hit. That hit too easy. But he's in the AFC, and I don't know. What it is. I mean, you can ask me a question. I'll answer. But
I know who it is.
How long he been playing?
he playing for the good. It's been playing for a good amount of time. Let me see. He's been playing. He's been a name for maybe I say 6-7 years or so.
6-7 years. Damn.
I think I'm gonna make sure. But no, I think he's been playing longer than that. He's been in the league probably a while.
I'm drawing blanks. What division?
Oh no, he's been in the league since he was drafted in 2013. Okay,
2013.
Hey, pay attention right here.
Nah,
I just gave it.
It's not him.
I didn't hear you. What you said?
What's the name? I told you. I said, did he play for?
That's very specific.
He in the AFC West division. I'll give you that.
Oh,
the West. Oh, Keenan Allen.
Keenan Allen, stop the clock. He's been here for a while. He's been here 10 years.
How did I forget about him?
That's surprising that he's over Brandon Cooks and Amari Cooper.
Yeah.
That's who I was about to say Cooper, but
I thought it was Cooper.
I thought it was Julio.
Well, who you thought it was, Lewis?
Julio. That was my guess. Julio.
But
Julio not on there?
But no, Julio. It's Julio. I don't think Julio's on the roster. That's why I say
no,
active.
he's not on a roster right now.
Okay.
Oh, he's not.
Hey,
it would probably been Julio.
I thought he was still on.
If he was active.
I thought he was on the Titans. Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, the Falcons.
All right, Lewis, I'm gonna give you. Well, since I just did the receiving one, I'm gonna give you the passing yards one. I'll just give you the passing.
Come on, man.
I know. I'm sorry.
That's hate.
I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. Let's reset it. Lewis, top 5 and active passing yards. Let's begin. And I'm gonna say quickly, don't say Aaron Rodgers because he injured, so he not active, so we didn't count him. That list didn't count him, so don't even say Aaron Rodgers. Throw that to the side. So how you feeling?
Really? Well, is Patrick on there?
Don't say Aaron Rodgers. No, he's not on there.
Is Patrick Mahomes on there?
Not on there yet.
He's not?
He's not, nope.
Oh, it's tenured. So I'm going to say like Derek Carr.
Derek Carr is number 5. Yes, Derek Carr is on this list.
Yes.
Yep.
Is it Dak?
Nah, he not on this list, nah. I think when he
got enough years.
He's not.
Nah, he ain't on this list yet.
I don't think he would.
These people been these people been on here for they've been.
Matthew Stafford.
I mean, there's Matthew Stafford is number 1. He was here since 2009. Yeah, he number 1.
Damn.
He been a while. Yes, wow. Who else? You got 1 and 5. You need 2, 3, and 4.
Russell Wilson.
Russell Wilson is number 2. So you need 3 and 4. Yes.
Okay.
So you need 3 and 4. Russell Wilson is on the list. You need 3 and 4.
Oh, I know.
Is any of them backups?
I gotta give you a hint for one. One of them is a backup, yeah.
Yep, and he played for the Cowboys.
One is a backup.
Played for the Cowboys.
This is a little tricky. I know one is a backup. He did. I think he did at one point. I'm pretty sure he did at one point. Yeah, I'm very sure actually. I think he did. Let me make sure, yeah. And then the other one is the other
one's got horns on his helmet, right?
The other one was drafted in 2012. That's the other one.
Got horns on his helmet.
Oh wow.
Yeah, he did. That's his picture on Wikipedia. Yeah, he did. The one that got drafted by the Cowboys.
Wait, what?
The guy you just
drafted?
said, the backup, he did play. The backup played for the Cowboys before. So
what year?
He been in the league for a while.
You overthinking it. Don't tell him. That's too easy.
He did play for the Cowboys, the backup, man.
You overthinking it.
He is known for his playoff failures. He definitely, I'm pretty sure, never won a playoff game. You know, the thing, you were on a good pace. You were on a pace to beat them. But this one is this one's
getting you.
This one stumped them.
Yeah, it's tough.
You know.
Yeah.
Because
I can't.
Y'all all know each other. Like y'all all know each other. Okay, let me get him for one of them. So one of them, he played in the NFC North right now. And he's notorious for not succeeding on primetime.
Kirk Cousins. Oh my God, Kirk Cousins.
Kirk Cousins number 3.
Oh my God, I forgot he'd been playing for a while. I forgot. Like, and then the backup.
And number 4 is
that one.
Number 4. He's currently the backup for an NFC South team. I think he played like 2 weeks ago. I think he played because the starter got hurt, and the starter is a notorious rookie. He got hurt, and then
I think we talked about the starter.
And we did talk about the starter earlier in this show. And he has
CJ Stroud?
We did, and the guy has red hair as well. That's also a big characteristic of his.
That's enough. No more hints after the red
Yeah,
hair.
at that point, because it's already past.
I'll give him one more hint.
Go, yeah, give him a hint. Give him a hint.
It's people call him the Red Rocket.
And he played in the AFC North Division for many years.
They call him who?
Now you gonna hit yourself when you realize who this is.
The Red Rocket.
Yeah, go.
You gonna hurt yourself when you don't get this. You gonna hurt yourself when you don't get this, man.
He played for the Cowboys 2020.
This player, this backup.
He played for the Cowboys 2020.
Bro, 20. I thought we had this cool.
Bro,
y'all had a ginger ass motherfucker.
Whenever Dak injured his leg, we had him. That's who came in and
he's from
Texas
too.
Andy
He is
Dalton?
from Texas.
Andy Dalton.
Andy Dalton.
Yeah.
452. 450. Yeah, Andy Dalton.
What?
Yes, Andy
Wait,
Dalton.
what number is Andy? Is he 4?
He's number 4, yeah.
What?
Andy Dalton was playing a while in Cincinnati. He drafted 2013.
He was balling in
Yeah,
Cincinnati.
that was the first person I thought of. That's why I wanted passing.
AJ Green and Andy Dalton, bro.
Yeah, you remember when he played for the Cowboys?
Who won
Remember when he got knocked out and
right.
nobody went to defend him? And they called us soft.
Well, Harrison, when you start, it's good to start because you get to set the tone. You set a good tone, man. You won. Harrison
Wait, he won?
Harrison won by 20. It was 223 for Harrison and 244 for you. And then 452 for Lewis.
Passing.
Dude, I had rushing. Don't even start with me. I had rushing.
No, I ain't gonna lie. I wouldn't have got that running back from the Saints.
Oh, Latavius Murray.
Yeah,
That was tough. That was hard. That was a hard one. So, hey.
But I was ready for passing. Because I knew Andy was going to be up there. Because I remember, he had
Andy's got to be up there every single time.
What year you said he was drafted?
2013. Oh, 2011.
Yeah.
Again, 2011.
I'm about to say, he been there a little longer than that.
Second round pick, 2011. Yeah, because I remember we faced him in a playoff game back in 2011. All right, well, there you go. Hey, Harrison, congratulations. You won. You won. You don't get no prize, but you get some bragging rights.
Do I get a prize? I get to come back again sometime?
Yeah, hey, we do that. That'll be the prize. You get to come back. Lewis, you lost. You also get to come back as well. And John, you just in the middle. But hey, thank you guys for joining the podcast. For more content like this, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And hopefully we'll see what happens with the Cleveland Browns. Let's see if they get baptized by San Francisco. Dallas, who y'all face?
Chargers.
Y'all face the Chargers. Oh, that's gonna be interesting. Justin Herbert.
Chargers.
Oh, that's gonna be interesting. So we'll see how that progresses. And me, I face the Saints. And Kellen Moore too. There's two storylines there. So Monday Night Football. So there's a lot of storylines there. And me, I face the Saints. So we'll see how that goes. I know Casey very confident. He bought tickets to the game.
It's in Houston?
It's in Houston, so
I may pull up. I live like 5 minutes away.
Y'all should win.
It was a good game against
They got a backup, right?
I hope so.
They got a backup, right? Yeah.
No, they got Derek Carr.
Derek Carr.
They got Derek Carr, but he
and they got the running back Murray.
He hurt.
Kamara,
he hurt.
Yeah.
I don't. We'll see. He hurt, but I don't know. I just let them play. I don't know. I'm not gonna be like that.
Stroud.
I just let them play, see if they win.
You got CJ.
He my
Stroud,
guy,
man.
but he's my guy. But there's more things to go. I'm just letting him play. I'm not even saying no. That's the difference maker. That's the Travis Kelce. But yeah, thank you guys for joining. Like, comment, and subscribe for more content. And we catch you guys on the next podcast. We are out of here. Peace.